All right, Professor Wazzler is back with another In the Lab video, and this time it's gonna be with Zangief. But before we get in there, make sure you guys hit the like, share, subscribe, and also shout out to BASILISK Science Esports team for making this video possible and everything, because we're all about just teaching people. So make sure you guys follow their socials, their YouTube channel, everything like that, as we get to more the nitty gritty of the characters, and also future fighting games in general for all you guys trying to learn. So this time we are going to practice with Zangief this time, show you guys how good Zangief could possibly be in the lab. Usually I play modern, but for the sake of in the lab, we're going to keep it consistent with classic Zangief, right? Now Zangief, he has a lot of power. The damage is extremely high, but he's very, very slow. Why? Because he's a grappler. That means he wants to be in that close proximity range with you every single time. So let me turn off the frame meter for a bit. And the thing about Zangief is that I do think he has great normals, like counter pokes, especially with standing medium punch. This is very, very good, especially if it's counter hit, because if it's counter hit, you get this three-parter here right here that combos, but if it's not counter hit, it does not combo. But always counter, this is such a great counter poke to do, right? And what's really good is he doesn't have a crouch medium kick drive rush, but he has crouch medium kick, which kind of if you try to walk back, you could take some hits. It's also sweep as well too, which is really, really nice, right? That's a great whiff punish button. He has forward heavy punch. Right? Stand light kick is also really good for drive rush in general, because this is going to be your counter poke against people that like to use the crouch medium kicks a lot, because you can combo into crouching jab, into down forward medium punch, which is an interesting command normal. So it's called the Hell Stab, but I call it Vintage Undertaker, if you guys know the reference, right? Now let's talk about some of his special moves. Some of his special moves is if you hit 2 punches at the same time, you get this lariat. Also 2 kicks, right? Oh, actually he doesn't have that. Never mind. Never mind. I forgot that in old Streetfighter he has 2 punches. He has kicks and kick lariat and punch lariat. But I guess in this game, for the sake of just consistency, he only has punch lariat. If you hit 3 punches at the same time, you get OD lariat, right? And now let's talk about his special moves. So before that. This goes through projectiles. So if you see against projectiles with Ryu, and they're throwing these projectiles right here, right? Let's see. I wonder if we do that. Fireball, right? And start replay. So you can go right here, do that. Right? Obviously, if you do too early, you're gonna get hit. So you have to time it properly. And the OD one is faster. So the OD one, you can really try to get a punish right here, which is really, really good. But I would say in general, it's definitely not the greatest move to go through projectiles, even though it's meant there. Past games, it was definitely way better. So I would say with Zangief, you're still better off trying to perfect parry or regular parry the projectile, right? Obviously, if you're burnout, then this is probably your best option. Now, his other special moves are, so you see this move right here, Thunderstorm. It's so bad that I forgot that this exists, but you don't use this move. Do not use this move. Do not, unless you're really, really cheeky and you want to counter it. It's just, the problem is it doesn't really counter a lot of things. So for example, it only counters feet. So if I do stand medium kick, that will counter it, right? You see that? Then you get this. But let's say if you do heavy punch, stand fierce, and then let's do that. See that? Ooh, punch my face. Punch my face. Yeah, it only counters kicks for some reason. So hopefully one day Capcom will see this and be like, you know what? Let's make Thunderstorm where this counters punches as well and not just kicks, because it gets very confusing at times where you want to use it. So don't use this move. So now he has SPDs, which is spinning power driver. And the crazy part is if you look at the command list, right? You're wondering, how do I do it? And you're like, oh, this is a full circle. It's a 360 motion. But the thing is, 360 motion doesn't mean you have to spin the whole joystick into a 360, which, I mean, if you do, you still get the move. But there's a shortcut. So if you start at forward direction and you end it at up back, then you can do the 360 motion, right? Because the thing is, if you try to do the whole 360 motion, you'll get this jump instead, which is clearly wrong. So I don't know why it tells you that, but just stop at up back and then you get this SPD. Now the difference about the different strengths of medium, light, medium, heavy is that the damage, right? But it's also the range. So this is the heavy punch range. So obviously there's no range on this one. But if I do the light punch range, it grabs from really, really far. So let's see, I think from here it might be able to grab, yeah. So it obviously does less damage. You don't get great Oki from here as well too, but look at the heavy punch damage. Does a lot, right? And you know, you can kind of like go behind it. It's still not the best Oki, but that's kind of like your damage, right? You also have the running barrel throw, which has armor, right? Which is just half circle back kick, right? So it's obviously he does this big wind up, but it does have armor. I do like the OD one because the OD one is really instant, right? You see that? It's just really instant, and you can kind of just like sneak away with it. Do it for the one time like round closer. And if you do the same thing, the running bear throw close, you get this one, the double suplex, which is really good because you could drive rush behind it. But normally you probably won't see that move as well. You would mainly only go for heavy SPD just because the damage is that insane, right? He also has a air SPD, right? Yeah, which is a half circle back light kick in the air. And this is obviously just if you think somebody's gonna jump your command throw, you just fish for that instead. Now, that's kind of what Zangief is in a nutshell. He has level 1s, which is like this air throw, but it's very bad for defense, and sometimes it doesn't really grab the best. His level 2 is the double quarter circle back. Let's see, was it double quarter circle back or double forward? Yeah, it's fireball. And this is kind of like anti-projectile. And there's two parts to it. You can do that, or if you just don't let it go and don't hold that button, you get this ender right here, which causes a side switch, which is really good if you're in the corner, like right here, right? Then you can kind of use that as your offense right here. Now, if you hold it though, right, you get this juggle, and you can kind of do a lot of things, right? You can walk up into Hell Stab and cancel into Lariat if you wanted to, which is really, really sick. Or you can cancel into level 1 as well. But normally I like to do that and then drive rush behind it to try to get another cheeky throw as well too. So now another thing is that he does have advancing normals like this forward medium kick, which is really, really good because from far you can kind of space it where it's like it's plus. So that's the really cool part. So let's say if we put the frame meter back on, let's put a block. So you can kind of see like if you do up close, it's -4, so it's punishable. But if you do it from here, it's 0, right? +2. So obviously if you do it from a range, like from a range right here, like if you can space it out properly, you can be +1 at least all the time. And even if you do it point blank, it'll be 0, and you know, it's just completely guess on both parties' parts, right? Now his other plus normal will be forward heavy punch, which is amazing. It's because it's +4 on block, right? So because of this, anytime you're in this range, you can pretty much go into heavy punch SPD for big damage or Hell Stab, right? And the thing about Hell Stab is that you can hit confirm it and you can late cancel really late like that, right? So because you can late cancel it, right, you can hit confirm from the Hell Stab if your opponent's trying to jump up, which is really good. So I actually like that 50-50 a lot. The only hard part is like getting you in this position. So a lot of times when you're playing a character like Zangief, you're gonna be doing a lot of fishing with like low jab, stand light kick, and even when you do or you could kind of like steal a turn with stand light kick drive rush into heavy punch SPD, because your opponent has to be super on your toes when it comes down to it. So from that range right here, his speed is super high. But from here, it's obviously super slow and he has to work his way because he doesn't really have the best ways to counter against projectiles. He doesn't have a low medium kick drive rush, but he's really good at whiff punishing, right? With like low strong, right? This is special cancelable as well. Or you could do stand light kick, which is most Zangief players like to do right here. So I feel like those are the things you look for with Zangief. So, and also his level 3 is a command throw super. It's a 720. So this is a grab super. So your opponent cannot jump out of this if they're still on the ground, because literally it's instant. It's pretty much instant in terms of that regard. And you can also combo afterwards. You could combo into it if you wanted to. So using like, let's say for example, OD Lariat, you could combo into, let's say, crouching medium punch, crouching medium punch, drive rush, crouching medium punch into Hell Stab, right? into OD Lariat, and then combo into level 3. And this will combo. This will be probably you're gonna be your ender combo in general. So if we start from here, let's say we go for the guess, right? That's gonna combo. But if you do double drive rush, you lose here. So you gotta make sure that you don't do double drive rush and only do one drive rush, because then you can get this combo right here. Right? And this is gonna do a lot of damage because this is also CA. Boom. Right? And obviously if you get it raw, then it's gonna do a crap ton of damage as well. So that's gonna be Zangief in a nutshell. And we are going to try to play him. Like I said, I'm so used to playing him in Modern, but we're gonna go back into the good old classic, just for consistency purposes. If you guys do want me to play the Modern version of the characters as well for in the lab, leave a comment below, and then, you know, BASILISK Sciences Esports team will get back to me and tell me about it, and we can probably get something started for you guys. Right, but right now, classic Zangief, especially, you know, we've been doing fireball characters and neutral characters, so I feel like it might be time to change it up a bit with maybe a grappler as well too, because there are a few grapplers in this game, like obviously Lily and Manon with Zangief. So also leave a comment below what characters you want to see as well. Oh man, we got Akuma. Fighting against Akuma is like gonna be tough because he throws a lot of fireballs. His fireballs are super instant, so I have to guess a lot with him, right? When it comes to Zangief, you do have to guess a lot with jumps against fireball characters, you see? So like, I have to be very patient, right? And go for a lot of just kind of neutral. You see? Gotta guess. Look at the damage though. Because Akuma has low health, right? It really helps a lot. Okay, health stab. Nice jump out. Go heavy punch SPD, that's gonna do a lot of damage, you see? It always does a lot of damage. Damn. Yeah. Now we're just gonna wait because we have all the life lead right here. I could just try walk in for drive impact eventually, and that's gonna hit. Running bear throw to get the meter as well. Look how much meter I build. Anytime you land a throw, you build a crap ton of meter. Well, not throw. Throws you do, but command throws it's pretty much you get doubled. He might throw a fireball round start, so I'm gonna jump because I can just afford it. Go for the sweep, go for the plus frames. Oh, he walked out of it. I got greedy. I should have done light punch SPD. Alright, light punch SPD would probably help a lot more. Nice little combo. His defense is really not the best because he has to defend pretty well here. Go for this. Ooh. Okay. Go for drive impact. Let's go for level 3 right away. Let's go for level 3 right away. I want to get the damage. Best, you know, this is probably not the best option, but we'll try. We'll try something. Okay. Oh, got try command throw me again. Okay, come on. Oh, look at that. Stand light kick. What I told you guys about the beginning of the video with Zangief. Stand light kick is going to be your answer against those pesky crouch medium kick drive rushes. Right? And the thing about Zangief as well, you don't have to always go for combos. You can reset into SPDs. And reset is like pretty much you're not finishing the combo and you try to go for more damage, right? Like that. Light punch SPD, you see that? Like these are the things, the strike throw, right? Strike throw, risk and everything. And once your opponents get used to you doing that so much, that's kind of when you want to change it up and force them to jump out. Because this guy is not willing to jump right now, it's like it's free command throws the whole entire time. You have to pretty much trick your opponent. Look at that. He hasn't jumped yet, right? And I'm doing the same situation. Once he shows me that he's jumping, right, or I see some type of flinching, that's when I decide to wait out a bit, right? Because right now, there's no reason to like just respect him, right? Because I want him. Oops, I did the wrong one. Oh, this is also a great move. This has armor, right, which is amazing. Right. Oh, challenge. Just in time. Let's do OD Lariat to it. Oh, I missed it. Okay, that's gonna hit anyway. I tried to do the air Borscht Dynamite and that's gonna hit, but that was poor execution on my part. I want to do the OD Lariat into level 3, right, for the kill. But yeah, like a lot of times if you do this combos obviously, but sometimes going for resets with grapplers is the way to win. Sometimes you have to be greedy as a grappler. You know, that's kind of like the mentality sometimes that you have to go for. Like, clean gameplay does not mean you should do it every single time. Sometimes you want to, obviously with Zangief, because it's really good, right? So I like to go for a lot of command throws first before they show me like they can counter. Nice. Okay, go for sweep, cross up. Oh, nice. Okay, he mashed out. So that gives me information right here, right? It's a power whip. Okay, another anti-air. So you gotta guess a lot. Terry definitely has like really annoying fireballs. But he did a bad charge knuckle though. Double jump. Okay, hell stab again. Okay, he's gonna press the button. Yep. Okay. So now I know he gets really scared easily, right? So I can watch out for that. Against the fireball, it's really hard. Okay, you see that? I knew he was gonna jump because he's so fidgety. He's not willing to take the command throw. He's so scared of Zangief. So against this guy, we don't really go for command throws until we condition him a little bit more. Okay, driver's behind it. Okay, that's fine. Can't really throw fireballs as well because I can react to like this. Okay, and we're gonna keep the same side because I don't want to side switch. Walk forward. Is he gonna wake up with it? No. Okay, I guessed wrong here. Nice. I thought he was gonna wake up with it because he showed me that he was gonna wake up with it the whole entire time, right? Uh-oh. Okay, get the throw. We almost have level 2, which is really nice. But we do have to be careful. Go for the reset. Look at that. I forced him down because he tried to jump the first time, the headbutt, so that didn't combo. But because of that, he stopped jumping, right? Because he thought I was gonna keep going with the headbutt, and I went for the command throw instead. That's the really cool thing about grapplers is that you can play this kind of mind game, right? That other characters cannot, which is nice. Yeah, just jump in, jump. Yep, look at that. And. The ground wave. I thought I was gonna get the cross-up right there. I don't. Now defense, I gotta worry about defense because Zangief, like I said, Zangief doesn't have really some of the best defense. Yeah, I have to it's forcing me to jump right here. That's punishable. No DI. I'm too old. Okay, but now I have level 2, so I can think about this. Take the throw. Zangief has to guess a lot. Nice burn knuckle. Yes. He got scared. Yes, he got scared. Sometimes it's just like that, man. Sometimes it's just like that. Whip punish. Again? Again, he's willing to bet the farm every single time. Okay, big jump in right here. Get the combo, right? Dash forward. Buffer level 2 if he throws a projectile as well. Oh, wrong button, wrong button, wrong button. Yeah, he's jumping away. Nice, nice. That's plus. That's plus. I got a buffer. He wants to throw the projectiles, but maybe he thinks I'm not going to react to it. Look at this. A lot of patience when it comes to Zangief, right? Yep, cancel on level 3. That's going to do it. And just like that. See, you got to play patient. It's obviously a lot slower when you're playing against other characters, but sometimes it's not. It's like Zangief either like slow kills you or really fast kills, right? That's the thing, right? It depends on how frequent the person is so scared of the command throw versus not. And pretty much that's Zangief in a nutshell. So I'm gonna say his attack, I would feel like it's like a double-edged sword where it could be very, like I just talked about, right? Very damaging or very slow, but it's pretty consistent when it comes to his offense and power. So we're gonna give him an 8 when it comes to attack. Defense, Defense is probably where he's lacking the most because his defense is only good once he has level 3. And besides that, then he's gonna have to bet on like perfect parries and everything, and that's just really not great defense, right? Relying on the system mechanics and not the character itself. So we're gonna give him his defense probably a 3. Yeah, this might have been the lowest score so far. So we have an 8 and a 3. Speed also very bad. You can see it from like he has to walk it down, play the slow game, and he's the one that has to work on relying on whiff punishes more than the other character, right? So because of that, we're gonna give his speed also a 3. Yeah, so it's gonna be 8, 3, 3 so far. Viability, I think he does extremely well, especially when you understand how to play Zangief at a really high level. You can kind of force opponents and play a different mind game because everyone else is playing like footsies and with punishes. He's playing like, let me get into your head. Once he gets into your head, he becomes really strong. But it also can be the other way around, a double-edged sword, where once you don't get your way as a grappler, your game plan just cracks. So I'm gonna say viability, we're gonna give him a 6, just straight right, like right there. 6, you know, 6 just right there. So we got 8, 3, 3, 6. Right, so that's so far that's a 20 out of 40 right now. And comeback factor, I think comeback factor is extremely high. He can make comebacks really, really fast with one hard read, and it just kind of like fumbles and stumbles into a lot of scenarios, especially when he has level 3 available, because the level 3, just raw level 3 alone just does 50% of your health. So we're gonna give comeback factor an 8. So we have attack as an 8, defense as a 3, so that's 11. Speed, also a 3. Right, so that's 14. Viability for 6, so that's 20 out of 50, and then comeback factor an 8. So 28 out of 50, the lowest score that we have done when it comes to in the lab Streetfighter 6, and that's obviously something that was gradually going to happen because when it comes to fighting games, there's going to be a tier list and there's going to be tiers and meta and everything. But Zangief has done well in the past. Streetfighter 6 is a magical game where, you know, like the numbers sometimes doesn't really do the character justice. So unfortunately, he does have a 28 out of 50. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the Zangief in the lab tutorial video. If you guys did enjoy this, make sure you guys follow the YouTube channel for BASILISK Science Esports teams, follow all their social medias and everything. And let us know in the comments below what characters do you want to see, and do you want us to try out Modern as well too, because Modern has a different game plan for every character, to be honest with you. Other than that, this is Professor Wazzler, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.